Question. Osho says that a man reaches the state of love through meditation, but a woman reaches the state of meditation through love. Please comment. And if there is no lover or no love, then what can a woman do to make the journey of meditation blissful? First of all, we have to understand what Osho means by a man or a woman. How does he define man and woman? His definition is not limited to the physical identity or only the physiological features. He defines the man as possessing certain traits and a woman possessing certain other traits. It is generally considered that men possess such traits as strength, aggression, ambition, whereas women have such traits as love, tenderness, sense of beauty. These are psychological and emotional traits. Whosoever has these traits, his identity, according to Osho, is defined in terms of these traits. A woman is not a woman because she has a woman's body. A woman is a woman only when she has feminine qualities. When she is loving, when she is kind, when she is patient. Likewise, a man is not a man simply because he has a man's body, but he is strong physically, ambitious, persevering. If we understand this division fundamentally, we are able to see that a woman can be defined in a certain way and a man can be defined in a certain way. When we talk about love and meditation, Osho says that a woman will choose the way of love, whereas the man will choose the way of meditation. What does he mean? Let us try to consider surrender. How surrender is different for man and woman. A woman easily surrenders. She is so open, so trusting, that she easily surrenders. It is very hard for a man to surrender. And when we talk about these things, we do not have to look for certain theories. Just a simple observation will help. Because women are not very analytical, very logical, they can easily surrender. And it is such a great virtue. Unfortunately, this has given a reason for certain wicked-minded people to degrade women, to call them irrational people, irrational creatures. They are not irrational. They simply trust. And trust is not against rationality. Trust and rationality, they are unique qualities. Trust does not mean an absence of rationality. Trust simply means one is pure-hearted, one is innocent. So one who is innocent and one who can trust can easily surrender. But why is it hard for men to surrender? Because men questions everything. It is good. Man is curious. It is good. But this curiosity turns into skepticism, cynicism. He starts doubting just everything and starts asking for reason for each and everything. So surrender works differently for men and for women. When it comes to love, because the woman can easily surrender, she can easily disappear into the other. She finds it absolutely easy, absolutely natural that whosoever she loves, she should be so merged with the other, with the beloved, that her own identity shouldn't matter at all. But because man cannot surrender that easily, in a state of disappearing into the other, man chooses to disappear into his own self. A woman's search is outward, and a man's search is inward. This is why man chooses the path of meditation. A man becomes the Buddha, Mahavir, and a woman becomes Meera, Shabri, because she is capable of dissolving herself into the other. The path of love suits her better. But because man is self-centered, man is introvert, so man chooses meditation. And let me remind you again that by a man or by a woman, we do not mean simply by what they are gender-wise. Their gender identity is not very relevant here. As far as spiritualism is concerned, gender realities are not very relevant. So a man can have feminine qualities, and then he will choose the way of love. and a woman can have masculine qualities, then she will choose the way of meditation. In fact, it happened with me that I always believed that love to me was just an instrument. It was just a way of deepening my meditation. It was just a means to an end, that was meditation. And it worked also for me. The deeper my love went, the more intense my meditation became. So for years on end, I considered love as a means. It was not the end. And on one day, it happened. I was just relaxed and I was simply folding my clothes. I was totally silent, absolutely relaxed. And all of a sudden, I felt something. That feeling was that love is not a means. It is an end. It is an end in itself. It is self-sufficient. And I was surprised to hear this, because existence had communicated something to me. Till date, I had always treated love as just a means. It was just a vehicle. I was enjoying loving, but my eyes, my focus, it was somewhere in future. But in that moment, everything changed forever. That day, in fact, the whole thing turned upside down. And then meditation became a means to deepen love. The more I meditated, the more loving I felt towards my beloved. That day I realized another thing, that perhaps the feminine side of my existence had become dominant. Hence this change of path from meditation to love. And no doubt, this immensely enriched my whole being, because then I felt complete. I had known the path of meditation, and then I had known the path of love also. So it brought a very deep fulfillment. And that day I understood what Osho always wanted to say, that if you are a woman, it is not necessary that you have those feminine qualities in you, that at the core you are a woman, that your center is a woman's center. It is quite possible that at the core you are a man. So, if you are a man at the center, you will naturally feel an inclination towards meditation. Love will be there, but you might not choose to dissolve yourself into love. So, setting aside the general idea of the man or the woman, we have to fundamentally understand what we are at the center. If I'm a woman at the center, I must go for love. And if I am a man at the center, I must go for meditation. You see, the choice of right path eases our journey. For example, imagine if you are a mountaineer and you choose the path of river because you don't know swimming. It is going to be very hard for you to reach there, to the other end. But being a mountaineer, you will be able to reach the destination by crossing the mountain very easily. But if you force yourself, if you go against your nature, if you do not accept that you do not know swimming, that your way is the way of mountain, you will create trouble for yourself. Your journey will become very hard, arduous. There are thousands of ways. There is one Sufi, Bhai Sahab. He has said that there are as many ways of reaching to the ultimate as the number of people in existence. What is your way? Is it the way of meditation or the way of love? Outwardly, you can never decide. The question can be settled only inwardly. And if the path of love doesn't suit you, do not struggle unnecessarily. Just change the way. Maybe your way is the way of meditation. Because in the existence, nothing is ever lost. So we can say that no matter which path we choose, sooner or later, we will reach. But it is not a wise thing to do. Knowing full well that your path is love, if you choose meditation, you will be simply wasting your time. So you have to make a decision for yourself, because nobody can decide it for yourself. You alone know yourself. And the second part of the question is, if there is no lover or no love, then what can a woman do to make the journey of meditation blissful? Love simply means your longing to disappear in somebody. If you feel a longing to disappear, to dissolve in somebody or in something, you already know love. Who is the lover? Who is the beloved? You don't have to decide it by evaluating people. Who you should go to, who deserves to be your lover, who deserves to be your beloved. These questions are unimportant. The only question that is important: are you ready to surrender yourself? Are you ready to dissolve yourself? Are you ready to disappear in the other? Have you begun to consider other, the ocean, and yourself as a drop, and that drop is ready to merge with the ocean? If this longing for merging is there inside you, know well there is love inside you. But if you don't feel like merging outside, then merge inside. Merge into your own self. Merge into your own being. Become one with yourself if you can't become one with the other. And becoming one with yourself is meditation. Dissolving your own self into the ultimate, that is vibrating, that is beating inside you, to find that rhythm with your own being inside is the path of meditation. And to find this rhythm with the other, with your beloved, is the path of love. But if you make a wrong choice, being a mountaineer, if you choose the path of river, you will never know any bliss. You have asked, how can a woman who has no love or lover in her life make the journey of meditation blissful? She can do it by choosing the right path. Once you decide the right path for yourself, it is whether love or whether meditation, both are going to lead you to bliss. So this is the fundamental condition, that a seeker has to make the right choice.